Okay, here's an interesting one. Apprehensive Play 22-8 says, what is something you've said to a student that did get you in trouble? Ooh, I'm going to tell you what I said at the end. And I want to hear from you, veteran teachers out there. What's something that you've said to a student that should have got you in trouble or maybe even did get you in trouble? I had a very disruptive student, and I was a first year teacher. One of our students loved to read out loud, but had a very bad stutter. Oh no, I see where this is going. All of my students were respectful except one. I had simply had enough and didn't know how to handle it, so I said, sounds like you want to be the one talking. Why don't you read? And he said, I don't want to. Immediately, without a second thought or a filter, oh boy, I said, you don't want to or can't. Boom! Wow! If you can, start reading. Yikes! I actually like that. Ooh. Mmm. Silence fell over the room. I waited 30 seconds and he never started reading. So I went back to the kid with the stutter. I feel bad about it, but it worked. That's why I like it. It was effective. Ooh. You know what? Your principal probably won't tell you that, or you're not going to find that in a book. Or, oh my gosh, you go on Twitter and relay that story. You're going to have people say, oh my gosh, how could you say that to the children? Hey, I mean, it's one of you and 25 of them. And then you got this wise guy, making fun of a student with a stutter who has the bravery to actually read. And so what I see here is I see a teacher sticking up for the student, letting the rest of the class know we will not treat each other the way Johnny is treating a fellow student. That's unacceptable, and I'm going to check that. So I see nothing wrong with it. Now, of course, I'm not the supervisor here. If I was a supervisor, I would have to say something different, but I mean, I'm just seeing this play out. Silence fell over the room. And at that moment, that student knew he messed up and he fell back. I like it. Works for me. And the pause, the wait for 30 seconds. And he never said anything. Just, Johnny, your place is there. That's where you need to go. Johnny goes to his place. Bing, bang, boom. Now we can continue on with the regularly scheduled program. I love it. I'm good with it. So, um, I was frustrated with a student who I had been working with, and I probably was in February when I said this to the student, because just a lot of times February, that was a month for me where I just came close to burning out because like I feel like, I'm working with these students. I'm trying. I'm working. Like I want, give me something. Let me see some growth. Let me see something. The fruits of my labor. So the student had an issue with skipping not only my class but other classes, and he had my class. We had a split lunch. So he came back. He was already draining some of my energy that first half. Then the bell rings to go to lunch. Then he comes back like 10 minutes late. I'm in the middle of class. I'm executing. I'm executing excellently. Lesson plan, and I'm doing my thing right. And I often said that to students. I'm working here. Like if you've got something else to do that on your own time. I'm working here. This is good stuff. Trust me. I know. So he comes in 10 minutes late, and I'm frustrated, guys. I'm frustrated, and I say, you know what? I ask him, why are you late? He doesn't have a reason, and so I say, you know what? Why don't you just go get another lunch? Just go get another lunch. And you know what he did? He turned around and went back and went to the lunchroom. Now I shouldn't have done that, but I was frustrated, and that's no excuse, but that's something. It's one thing that I've said to a student that should have, but it didn't get me in trouble. Here's some other ones here. You know what? Saying, You know that saying, a penny for your thoughts? Here's a dime. You can keep them to yourself. Okay, so he said that to some seniors. Let's see. Here comes another one from the original poster. If a student expresses they're bored of something similar, I have multiple responses. Tissues are in the back of the room if you want to keep crying about it. I like that. Feel free to file a formal complaint. File it away in the trash can where it belongs. Ooh. I like this one. Leave a review on Google. And my favorite, you're bored? I have to do this same lesson 5 times today and every single year. So that's also good. I mean, you know what? Oh, this one I think I used to say a variation of this one to students when they talked about being bored. Last year, when my freshmen would blurt out that they were bored, my usually retort was boredom comes from within. Or I like this one, you're bored because you're boring. Just especially when I was standing on my head, just going out of my way to try to really make the lesson interesting and interactive, because I told a lot of stories because I taught history. But I want to hear from you. What are some things, protect your identity and all that stuff? Maybe it was a friend, a teacher friend said this. It was a friend. Okay, what are some things that you've heard of other teachers say to students that should or did get them in trouble? I want to hear. Leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.